Hello everybody, I'm Chris Sky and I'm here live in the Netherlands. And the very fact that I could be here today after all these incredible restrictions on our lives, without a jab, without a mask, being able to get our message out to thousands of people in multiple countries in Europe and sit here before you today is a testament to how far we've come and how much we've accomplished. We have won a massive victory around the entire world against the controllers that have been putting these restrictions on our lives with an intent to further control us in a technocratic control grid of tyranny. They haven't stopped yet. The most common question I've been getting asked throughout the summer is, why are we still fighting if the COVID restrictions are gone? Well, the goals haven't changed, ladies and gentlemen. They still want you on a universal basic income. They still want you on a biometric digital ID. They still want to introduce a digital currency that they control. They still want all the same restrictive measures on your life that they previously used COVID to enact. Only now that we've finally stood up for ourselves with movements like the trucker convoy in Canada and the farmers movement here, two of the most important countries fighting in the entire world, by the way, they had to back off. But that doesn't mean they've stopped. Now they're trying to use climate change as a way to pass laws that can make emergency powers basically indefinite. They want to use a worldwide global recession to come after your family personally and make every essential in your life considerably more expensive each and every month. If you don't believe me, look at your energy bill, look at your gas prices, look at your housing prices, and pretty soon, look at your food prices. The climate change agenda is enacted in the Netherlands in particular because you have the #1 food supplier in all of Europe. And they plan on reducing your food supply by something like 30%. Not only will this impoverish the farming industry, destroy generational farming families, and absolutely cripple the Netherlands economy, it will cause a domino effect all around Europe. This is what they want. They want to cause as much pain and suffering as possible to force as many of you onto their universal basic income, digital currency, digital identity, technocratic control grid. And all you have to do is continue to just say no to their policies. Just like we decided not to put on a mask, just like we decided not to take another jab or not to take a jab in the first place, we can decide not to use their digital identity. We can decide not to allow them to pass laws that can destroy our food supply. And that is why we are on this global tour to spread awareness of the next phase of their plan to enact their 2030 agenda. That is a global agenda. It is going to require a global solution, and we truly believe that by going from country to country and organizing with all the different groups all around the world, we can coordinate a global response that I call united non-compliance. And as long as there are millions of people around the world that are still fighting for freedom and refuse to stop, we can never lose. Just like we've already won so much, their time is getting shorter. The more time that goes by, the more people wake up, and the more people become less of the silent majority and more of the vocal majority. It was a lot harder to keep people silent when they could be called a conspiracy theorist or an anti-vaxxer or anti-masker. But when we have families fighting so they can feed themselves and their children, and fighting so they can pay their bills each month, and this is all an architect of their government's policies, they all know who to blame. It's the government. They all know what the solution is, to not comply. You may have saw me burn the energy bill on stage at The Hague a few days ago. And if you did, that wasn't just symbolic. That was to prove that the people hold the power. You guys have had it the entire time. If you didn't, we'd already be in another round of COVID restrictions. They were forced to change tactics because we stood up, because we just said no. And we can do it again for the next phase of their plan. And we can, and we will. God bless you. I love you, and I hope to see you soon. Just don't give up, and we can never lose. We have already won so much. We just need to keep moving forward. Thank you, everybody.